Enlightened trades. We learn, we level up, we play. Smart moves, bright minds, big waves, enlightened trades. Enlightened trades.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brent with Enlightened Trades. Today is April 17th, 2026. And what a week that we've had in the market. Wow, it was an awesome week. A lot of movement. The market just got some legs on it and took off, and it was awesome. Awesome to behold. A lot of buy orders that came in this week. I'm gonna discuss those, and then what I want to just cover is how I determine where my stop losses are going to be, and then how I follow the stock and determine when I'm going to get out. Okay. Um, the first stock that we have today that I want to look at is Best Buy. Okay. And again, just how I've always done, we have um, I mark out the quarters, and then I go and mark out the highs and lows in each quarter, and then wherever the low has been taken out, I usually I delete that, and so I forgot to mark that. I just realized that. So quarter two low here. Let's mark this right there. Okay, quarter two low. Okay, so on Best Buy, uh, we came up here. The high was sure why it's not. But okay. High was 103.71. And now we have fallen all the way down to 59, 59.88 or around there. Okay, so and Best Buy is a perfect example of what I like to see. Not everything um matches exactly how I like it, but this is a really good buy signal for me. So I went and marked out the monthly order block, right? Uh, over here, technically the order block would be this whole candle, but that's the gigantic. So the wick is bigger than the body, and so I like to mark out the bottom of the wick. And this would be the monthly and a monthly order block. This could also be considered a monthly order block, but it went down below that, and so now we're in a monthly order block. Go back to the day, and then I pulled a fib from the high, and the four spot fib is here, and then this is perfect. So we're within an order block, a monthly order block, within the four spot standard deviation. And then what I like to see is a low, and then the next quarter take out that next low. And this is just a perfect example of Best Buy is a perfect example of doing that, right? Then when you get a close above the 20, right? So I got a close above the 20 technically right here. I got in just a couple yesterday morning I got in, and we'll see where it goes. But the what I do now is my stop loss would go here underneath this low, 59, uh, 59, 59.60. Put a stop loss in, and then what I do give it some room here. Once we get a down candle, if we get a down candle here, um, then I'll adjust it as we get up and down candles, right? Because as the algorithms move it up, they'll set some kind of bottom, and then I'll adjust it. Once it closes below this, then I will then I'll exit it, right? if it closes, or if I see it go past the point, then I will exit this trade. So that how I exit is once we get a down candle, I'll set this bottom um, channel, and then if it breaks that channel, then I'll move I'll put my stop loss there. Currently, the stop loss is at 59.60. I think I set it at. So um, now we just wait, and hopefully we see some momentum jump into Best Buy. It would be ideal. The next earnings is May 27th, so it'd be ideal if we got out before May 27th. The liquidity, the last quarter's liquidity is right here at 73. So I at a minimum we're looking at 73, and then the 2 spot fib is here. 77. So I will go in. I'll put a sell order at 73, probably for 25%, and then the majority of it I will sell at 77. I'll keep 25%, and for if it goes out and takes 83, I'll take out another some percent, and then my final thing would be in 89. Okay, so as price goes up, the algorithms like to keep it in a channel, and so this is ideally what we would see. It stays in this channel. It could jump this channel and then come back and use this as a support. And that's what I hope to get. So I'll close some out here when it hits 73. Big portion here at 77.47, and then the last 25% would be in this area. The reason I hesitate sometimes to tell you guys exactly the price things is because I want you guys to determine how much you guys want out of a trade, right? I want you to learn and set a system that works for you. And so because price is crazy. As an example, this week, just today, I closed out. I have about 20% left in KBWY, and that's it's a real estate ETF. And the reason I like this one is if you just bought and held this, if you just bought and held it for a year, regardless of where it's at, okay, just the dividends alone, you would earn about 10% on this REIT. Okay, now it's it's not going to go up much, it's not going to go down much. I got in here, and I followed this up when I got out. I got it out. I only got about 7% here. I did collect a dividend here, but once it broke this channel, I got out. I didn't get back in until just recently. I got down here. It hit the monthly order block and the 2.5 deviation. Now, you're like, well, why didn't you wait until it got to 4? Because we're already within a monthly order block. Okay. And I liked what I see. I liked what I saw. So I got in, and I was surprised. But this is about a 13% move in a couple weeks. I put my sell orders right here. There was two unfilled liquidity at quarter 3 and quarter 2 and 3 was right there. Yeah. And it just, I put my sell order at 1683 is where I put it at, and it triggered It triggered it. Again, I have about 20% left. And so I have another one, another 10% at 16.93, and then another one at 17.05. I will have a handful of shares that I haven't sold yet, or that I don't have any orders on it. I do have a stop loss now at 16.65. So I moved my stop loss up here to 16.65. So if it opens up on Monday and it comes down, it might take me out. Okay. So, you know, so instead of a 13%, that could be that's 11% in 15 days. That's not bad. Again, this is one I don't mind holding. This is one that this is a lot of these stocks I have in my 401k and my retirement accounts. And I like high dividend stocks. Now, again, it's not going to be a crazy. It's not going to be crazy, right? It's not going to. There is some highs up here at 2021, but typically, this is a slow moving ETF, right? It's based on real estate. So, but this is a perfect example of what how I follow the trade. I marked this out. It jumped it, right? I put another one, and then this would be my new support. But this week has just been crazy, and you can see it's just skyrocketed. So it took some profits here. Who knows? It could go up, take the highs out up here, right? But I don't mind taking 13% and getting out and setting my stop loss. So I know that either way, I'll have 11% or I'll get some more on the last 20%. Okay. Same thing right here on KBD. This is the financial high, again, another high dividend financial uh, um, play. I got in down here. And currently, yeah, it's about 11%. I do have a sell order here at 13.58, and then but the liquidity on this one is way up here at 14. So but a majority of I'll be getting out here at 13.58, which technically I guess is only going to be about 11%. Got in right here. Yeah, 11, 12%. So I didn't get out today. I do have, I don't have a stop sell order in yet, but if it did, if it broke out of this channel here, 13.25, I'd have to sell it. But I do like, again, I like this. There's a monthly order block here. It came down. It came down to this monthly order block, and I thought it was a good trade. Typically, I would wait until it close over the 20, but I just like this position. And that's the thing is like when you look at something, and this didn't take the low, but I didn't expect it to take the low, right? Because this is already a monthly order block. There's a low here. Um, I oops. I just it just got to a price that I liked. Okay. So yeah, that's how I follow the trade. Hopefully you guys can see that. Next one on the ticket that I purchased was Docs. Okay, so just to show you here. So high 95 came down to this is an important one I'll describe. So on the recent high, the 2 to 2.5 is here, the 4 is down here. But if you go back to the previous all-time high over the last year, the 4 spot is here, 4 to 5, and then the most two recent ones, right? This one's the 4 to 5. So we are lower than those. We're in a monthly order block, and it this is another one that came, and it went lower than the last quarter. So this is exactly what I like to see, right? We're within the order block. We're already past the 2.2 the 2 to 2.5 on the current low, and the last two highs, four spot is lower. So it didn't match up perfectly, but it did get a low right here. It closed above 65. So I jumped in, and then we're just gonna ride it. And again, same thing. I had my stop loss here at 62, 65, and but we're just gonna ride it. Um, Again, if it crosses this, if it crosses here, we'll see. I do like this position, so we'll just kind of see where it ends up being. But I do like DOX, Amdocs Limited, or Amdocs Limited. I do like this entry point. This is perfect. Take profit is the liquidity, the last quarter's liquidity is sitting at 85 and 84 and 85. The two spot is at 77. I marked out the golden pocket. And what the golden pocket is, I'm just gonna show you, because we keep getting lower lows, right? If you can see, and if I took a high from last quarter to the low, let me just change this fib to standard deviation. Oh no, sorry, I need to change it to fib. Sorry about that. Yeah, the golden pocket's right there. So I want to keep an eye on the golden pocket, because a lot of times, um, if we're going to keep going down, which I don't think we are because we're in the monthly order block, but we would hit the golden pocket. So the golden pocket, right, is between the 618 and the 786. So the golden pocket's here. If we were gonna continue our downward movement, I would expect it at least to get to the golden pocket. So I think that 77 is a good target, 77.23. So I haven't went in there, but I will go in and set my profit, and a big portion of it, probably 80%, 70 to 80% is going to be between 77 and 79, right? So probably 77 is where I'll sell a lot of it. Again, the thing is like, I like momentum. So if I can get, a two spot fib or something that makes sense, even this 76.45, if I can get that in a few weeks, great. Then I'll get it and I'll get out. Okay. Um, the earnings season on Docs, or the earning, is coming up in May 13th. So not a lot of time, but I do like the way that this chart looks. Okay. Okay. Let's go on to Paychex. PAYX, Paychex. I haven't. Sorry, I didn't delete some of these. So again, what I do, I go back. I go back a year and a half, and I mark the highs and the lows, and then once that liquidity, the highs and lows of each quarter, and once that liquidity is out, we can delete that liquidity. The highs and lows represent the liquidity that the algorithm seeks. Okay. All right, I can delete that one. All right, there we're good. So we have liquidity at 115 from the last quarter's high, 129 from quarter four, and all the way up to 164. Okay. Sorry, monthly order block here. The four spot is here. And so we're within the monthly order block, the four spot. the interesting thing about this is the quarter one 2021 low is right here. We never took that out. So that's kind of interesting. But we closed yesterday. So we closed the above the 20 moving day average. So I bought it. But it did go lower than last quarter's low. So good, monthly order block, 4 spot, and we went below last quarter's low. This is what I like to see, right? Today was not a good day, but it's fine. My stop loss is at 85.51, and I got in right at 91, 96, right in around here. Sorry, I didn't. That's wrong. I got in here at 91.90, somewhere around here. 91.96, maybe something like that. Profit, where we're gonna go? Well, the 2 spot is at 108. So I can mark that off. The liquidity is at 115, right? So that's, I think, probably take out a big portion at 108, and then we'll see how much you know how much momentum it has, and see how quick it can get up to 108, possibly the 115. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next one. The JM Smucker Company. Okay. So, again, monthly order block in blue. The 4 spot deviation, standard deviation, is in green. And I got in this today, and I was waiting for a close, but it was just a few minutes before the market closed. So same thing. I got in probably right around here, 90, 95.50. I can't remember the exact price, but it was right at the end of close. Probably 15 minutes before the end of close, I jumped in on this one. 15-30 minutes. This one did not take out the low of the 2014 low, but it did take out the 2018 low, and it took out quarter one low, right? And again, just this is my bread and butter right here. This is what I like. I haven't drawn my lines yet, because I just really just barely got into this thing. So something like this. Oh, excuse me. Kind of like that. Right. We'll give it a little room. Once we get some kind of down candle, then I'll be able to reset that. Stop loss 88.32, and we're looking, first take profit 111.18 or 98, 111.98. Okay, but the liquidity sits at 119.39 and 121. So see how quickly we can get in and get out of this thing. So yeah, that's about 17%. That'd be nice. Okay. ABT. Now this is an interesting one. Yesterday was earnings, and the earnings were positive, and it essentially went down $4 or $5, right? Now, why did I get into this? Well, monthly order block here, 4 spot deviation here. Just barely tapped into it yesterday. We got a ways. ugh, We got a ways before we get to the 20-day moving average. So, um, this is again. I went in small. So just get kind of break everything down with my portfolio. Uh, I limit um every trade at the max is 5% of my portfolio. So if it was stocks, which like my 401k, um, that's 20 stocks. 5%, 20 stocks. I'm not in 20 stocks right now, but I am in quite a few. I do have some cash, and I always like having cash available just if I see an opportunity. But my max, either way, my max is 20, right? So 20 at 5%, or I guess that's technically not true. If I split, so this is an example of one that I only went I went 2% of my portfolio on this one because it doesn't it's not matching, it's not closing above the 20. So if we see some, you know, excuse me, if we can build the bottom here, and that's the other thing is this could take a while to build a bottom, right? So that's why I limited it too, because it could take a little while to build the bottom. So here you can see that uh, look at how long it took to build the bottom here, right? Um, Although this technically, I guess I would consider because this is where it went lower than the last quarter, but this is not too long. Um, Once it went below, that wasn't too bad. 10 bars before it started going up. But anyways, it could take a little while. Build the bottom, and then we'd like to see a close above the 20. Again, this is a starting position. I'm not sure if I'll add to it. We'll just see how it reacts, right? I don't have I haven't set a stop loss on this yet, but most likely it'll be around here. Um, Typically I go to the low, but I might give it a little room, 93, something like that, just to give it a little room again, because this is an early entry, but I wanted to be, transparent. I got in for the reasons. It hit the 4 spot yesterday, um, and it's in within a monthly order block. Uh, the earnings that came out was positive, and it still went down $5. So I think that we have a good opportunity to go up. Um, we can get rid of that. Okay. And we can get rid of this one. Liquidity, last quarter's liquidity is 129. And let's pull a fib from the low to the most recent swing high. Sorry, let's change it to standard deviation. And yeah, the 2 spot is at 119. The previous liquidity is at 129. So we will see. And this is a good company. Just researching it, I very impressed. I think it's let's just look at something here. Let's go to the monthly. Yeah, so the all-time high is actually. I don't know why I marked that. The all-time high is right there, 142. So not bad. I guess I could show you this. So the last red candle before um before an instrument goes up is considered this is considered an order block. Well, ICT considers this, he calls it an order block. So this is a monthly order block because we're on the monthly. Okay. So again, I always I look for standard deviation, and I look for the monthly order block. And if it makes sense, then I jump into it, and this makes sense to me, right? Hit the two spots. It went lower from the last quarter. I think this is a good trade. Again, it's only a portion of my account. Now, just as a quick, I guess, thing, if I'm trading live futures, I will never go over 3% of my account. Never. Typically, it's 1 to 2% on any one trade, right? Stocks, they're safer. Well, typically they're safer, right? And so, like, it's unlikely that on a stock that you see you see it go to zero overnight. It can't happen. I'm not, but that's why I split it up into 5% max, because on the majority, yeah, of course I have losing trades, but out of 20 stocks, if I'm buying at a discount, I follow my rules for the most part. um your account's going to grow, and it's going to be great. Okay, a couple of things I wanted to cover next is just there's a couple of cryptocurrencies that alerted, that jumped out at me. I'm gonna turn on the logarithmic. Excuse me. I'm gonna turn on the logarithmic setting, just because it in crypto land, because of the volatility, it's just more accurate if you have that. So, um, Velo, monthly order block. This one, okay. Here's another one that it's already went lower than the four spot, and on the most recent one, it's only went to the two spot, but we're within a monthly order block. Okay, so um, it didn't close. It did not close above 20-day moving average. However, it did go above it, and so I guess it's not done. Uh, crypto. So today, crypto trades 24/7. So it could technically close above it today. Before the end of the day, I went ahead and pulled the trigger just a little while ago, and again, the reasons I like this: four spot deviation within an order block, and then we went lower than last quarter's low. And I don't know what happened to my. Hold on one second. What happened to my quarterly? I'll just put these in real quick. Okay. April 1st. Oops. Okay. So last quarter's low here. We swept that. We swept the low, and then we're going, we're going up. I would like to see a close above um, the 20, but I jumped in because I did, you know, I was thinking it's probably gonna go above that. I was doing trading, right before the close of the market. Again, crypto never closes, but I was just doing the charts, and I'd like, oh, I like this chart. I'm gonna jump in. That's the other thing. So buy order on this one on my crypto. Um, uh, these altcoins. um, 3% is max on these on the altcoins, because they could literally, I mean, you could look at it, it's 3 cents right now. It could literally go to fractions of a penny. But this kind of matched what I liked, and I decided to jump in. Again, very small portion of my crypto account. Okay. Or I have multiple crypto accounts, but it's a very small portion, less than 3%. So of my total account, all these altcoins. So I XRP. XRP is that, and Bitcoin is, I guess, would be the exception of the 5%, because I do have on both of those um, a bigger portion than the 5% rule on those, and there's reasons for that. I'm a long term believer in XRP, and I do think that it will be integral into the this next the digital age which we are entering. And so I think, me personally, this is not financial advice. So it's a bigger portion of my crypto account than 5%. Typically, though, okay, so on crypto, any altcoins other than the major ones, Ethereum, XRP, is 3% and less. A lot of them will only have 2%. But with crypto like this, something like this, if you get in the right spot, we're looking at 90%, just the two spot fib. The liquidity, if you take out last quarter's liquidity, we're 105%, 145%, and up to the four spot, we're looking at 252%, right? So, you know, uh, I think even a small portion, if invested right at the right time, you can get good returns, without risking a lot. Okay. Amp, same thing. Now Amp, I'll just be completely honest with you. I'm gonna go to the monthly. I'm gonna go here, get all the lipstick off here. This is an ugly chart. Absolutely horrendous. This is the ugliest chart I've ever seen. Um, it looks like we're on price discovery to the downside. Uh, I'm just gonna pull a fib, the previous low to the previous high. Let me just go to the fib. Okay. Um, the the 1618 to the downside is at 0.0003. So we got some room if we're gonna go that low. Why did I jump in this? Well, let's look at it. Okay, so set. There's a four spot. Yeah, there's no orderly. There's no monthly order block, because we've never been this low, right? So this is a risky trade, and it did go lower than last quarter. I do like that. This is 1% of my account, so this is one of those where it's just like, I have a certain percentage, about 7%, of just like, yeah, it's risky plays, right? But all of that 7% of my portfolio in the crypto market In my 401k, of course, I don't play that game. I buy good value stocks at low prices, and then I try to get out, you know, at a 10 to 20, 30% um, profit. And those are cash. Okay, so why did I take this? Well, we hit the 4 spot deviation. We did go lower than the last low, and again, it didn't close above the 20, and it's everything's pointing down. So not a good thing, but it's very very small position here. Very small position. Again, it's less. It's 1% or less. When If it closes above the thing, I might get up to 2%. Doubt it though. Again, this is just um, it piqued my interest, so I liked it, so I got it, got in. Oops, standard deviation. Let's check this out. Okay, 2 spot is at the one at the 1 cent mark. 4 spot is at the 136 and then 189. The previous, I don't even have it marked out. Hold on. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. So quarter ones high right there is at 271. Okay. Let's just check it out. So 2 spots at 46%. Sorry. 4 spots at 105. The the first liquidity that we're shooting for would be 195. Second liquidity would be 220, 272. So we'll see. Again, I liked it. Not financial advice. Just be careful. But that's where we're at. So it's been about 45 minutes. I hope this has helped you. If there's anything that you would like me to cover, um, please let me know. Sorry, real quick. I'm just gonna show you guys something real quick. On the SPX, the 2 spot is at 7,300. If you pull for White Cough, if you pulled the high to the low, the 1618 is at 74.60. So this is kind of an area that I would be watching for some kind of pullback. Is once we hit this, the 73.16 spot, I'd watch for some kind of pullback here. I mean, we could get a day or two pullback, but this is on fire. And again, if it gets some legs underneath it, we could keep going. But the 2 spots here, 1.68 is here. So I would kind of expect some kind of pullback once we hit this area on the SPX. I didn't pull standard deviation. Just give me a second here. On this one, what happened? Okay. 2 spot is at 27,550. The 1618 is at 28,456. So again, this area I would expect some kind of pullback. In the Dow, this is interesting. The Dow is not at new time all-time highs. Sorry, I'll just do it this way. Sorry. Low to high. I was gonna just pull a fib, but that's fine. So 50,226. I do have a feeling that most likely we would take out this high. Um, quarter one high. So I would expect that for some pullback. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, by the way, I'm working on a program, and I am looking for 25 founding members that can help me design this program. And what the program is, it's for traders that are kind of in transition. Those who they're just, they're getting a lot of signals from people. They're doing, maybe decent or maybe not decent at all. And so I'm going to start this network of traders where I can teach you my system totally. But mainly is it's a group of people that I want to help to design something that's going to be meaningful and impactful to the world. If you are interested, I'll put my email here. Well, if you're interested, email me, Brent at enlightenedtrades.com, and just give me your contact information, and just say interested or founding member. I would love for you to be a part of my team. So I'm looking for 25 founding members. That's gonna set it up. Help me design this program. I have a lot of good ideas, and I have already started building it, but I am just starting to look for um, you know 20 to 25 founding members that can help me get started. And I have I'm really excited about it. There's some really cool things that I'm hoping to design in there, but I want other people's ideas. And hopefully you're you know hopefully you want to join me, and email me, and be one of the first 25 to help me get this started. Thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Give me a like and subscribe. Have a great day.
Enlightened trades. We ride the